You take a look at it. It's not a very long one, 20 minutes maybe.
Is it a video or
What's that?
video or
YouTube video? YouTube Zoom? Okay. Those captured.
would it?
Good morning, Seahawk Nation. Principal Ronngren here, and I hope things are going well for you and your family during this time of challenges for all of us. I'm here today with Assistant Principal Ms. Fox and Activities and Athletic Director Mr. Titus, and we are here to not only check in with you, but to answer lots of questions that we received not only from our senior survey, but through email and voicemails that we received from you all. So, first off, before we get into questions and answers, we want to just check in with you and see how you're doing emotionally. Our first and foremost concern is that you're doing well and that you and your family are figuring out how to navigate our new normal. And if you have any questions or concerns or challenges with that you reach out to one of us, your teacher, your counselor, and we will do whatever we can to make things right for you all. So without further ado, we will get to your questions and try and answer them to the best of our ability. And if we don't answer your questions, feel free to shoot us an email and we will get the answer out to you ASAP. So the first question that's on everybody's mind right now, is there going to be a graduation? Yes, we're going to have a graduation on June 17th. What it looks like at this time, we don't know. But let me assure you that there will be a graduation, and we are certainly open to receiving suggestions from students, staff, parents, community members, grandma and grandpa, and we will take everything into consideration and develop a plan that'll be a memorial one and celebration for all. So graduation, yes, June 17th. What it will look like right now, we're not sure, but stay tuned on that front. Ms. Fox.
All right, another common question we've had. How will my coursework be graded for second semester? And how about my final grades? Well, we're waiting to receive final guidance from OSPI, which is the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, and the school district leadership is consulting with us also, and with your teachers regarding what's the best option. So we're all working together and communicating regularly so we can figure out the best plan. But wherever we land, we will ensure that grading practices for second semester don't penalize you, nor jeopardize your plans for college or military or work. So we are working together, thinking about what's best for you. Next question, Mr. Titus.
So, from all the communication that you've either received from Mr. Ronngren or district office, one of the ones that's out there is my parents told me that my classes will now be graded and I need to turn in work. Is that true? Well, of course, yes. As of Monday, April 27th, you'll be expected to actively participate in your classes in order to receive semester credit. No work that's taken place since the school closure and up to April 24th will be graded. But you'll need to change this as of Monday, April 27th. So that's something you guys need to put into your phones and your calendars there, April 27th. In order to receive credit, you'll need to actively participate in your classes and complete assignments given by your teachers. Mr. Ronngren.
Thanks, Mr. Titus. At the conclusion of this semester, I will have met my required graduation requirements, which are 26, pending successful completion of my requirements during my second semester. Will I earn my diploma? Yes, you will earn your diploma. As Mr. Titus just said, the game is changing here a little bit. Come April 27th, we need you to be invested and engaged in your learning with your teachers. And if all goes well, you will get second semester credits and you will get your diploma come June 17th. Ms. Fox.
All right, another question from lots of you is, what about third quarter? Will third quarter grades be sent home after April 16th like we've traditionally done? Well, as you might know, third quarter is like a progress report. It's not official grades. And so while all the work from third quarter that you did before the school closure is important and graded, work after the school closure isn't graded, but the work that you did will factor into your second semester grades, and so keep working. That's what's important to know.
So along those lines, there's also been kind of that question of, I may not have started off third quarter exactly on the right foot and maybe dug myself a little bit of a hole. So one of the questions is will there be an opportunity to raise my grades this semester? And yes, you can raise your grades this semester. We always encourage students to engage and continue in the learning process, and completing assignments and getting feedback from your teachers is always something that we always are looking for you to do with your teachers. So yes, there's the opportunity to raise your grades for the semester. Mr. Ronngren.
Next question, how will my transcripts be sent to colleges? Great question. I want everybody to know our counseling staff is still hard at work, although serving students remotely. And if you have any questions regarding your transcripts and applications to colleges, universities, tech schools, whatever the case might be, please reach out to your counselor with an email, and they'll get back to you regarding how they can support you further in that process. Again, timely response on your part will help us out on our part. So yes, transcripts will be sent. Contact the counseling office, and you'll be good to go.
All right, another question a few of seniors asked was about the high school and beyond plan. So as you know, the high school and beyond plan is part of what's required for graduation, and you can still go into Zello and complete anything that you haven't finished. And also, if you have any questions about requirements for the high school and beyond plan, you should check in with your counselor.
So along those same lines with high school and beyond plan is, how do I meet the new graduation pathways requirement? Question that's come up quite a bit, and there's still some answers that still need to be provided out there. So that's a little bit of a confusing question, and being able to answer that. So there's multiple options to meet your graduation pathway requirement. Again, we'd want you to check in with your counselors as they'll work individually with you in order to meet that requirement of fulfilling your graduation pathway. Mr. Ronngren.
Thank you, sir. Another related question, can seniors contact their counselors during the closure regarding college and career questions and decisions? Again, yes, you bet our counselors are standing by, as are we, to help you out if you have any questions or concerns planning for post-secondary. We're here to make sure that happens for you, and shoot us an email, and one of us will respond ASAP.
A question many of you are asking about spring sports. Here's the question. I was planning on using my spring sports participation to waive a half a credit of PE needed to earn my diploma. What should I do now? Well, we're working with Mr. Titus to determine a plan, and as soon as we have some specific information, we will communicate it out to you. You're certainly welcome to check in with Mr. Titus or Ms. South in the meantime.
Got a couple questions here regarding scholarship applications. So question is, I'm in the process of completing scholarship applications. If I need information from my counselor or the counseling secretary, how do I access the information to complete that application? And again, like many of the answers that we have and things that are going on, is that you should reach out to your counselors. They are there and available for you and any one of us as admin to be able to respond to your questions. So reach out to your counselor regarding those questions of completing your applications for scholarships. Mr. Ronngren.
Next question, is there a chance that we will have spring sports? And unfortunately and disappointing to all of us, all spring sports have been canceled due to school closures and COVID-19. We encourage our athletes to reach out to your coaches or Mr. Titus if you have any questions or need to connect with somebody. Again, we understand the disappointment not only for you but your parents, and we will do whatever we can to get you through this challenging time, and are confident that you will make it out the other side just fine.
A question that some of you have is about APEX courses. And if you're enrolled in an APEX course, you probably know who you are. So the question is, I need to complete my APEX course in order to earn required graduation credits. When will I be able to connect with Mr. Barabalt? Well, definitely send him an email. You should be reaching out to Mr. Barabalt and your counselor to make sure that your learning is progressing, and then you can earn that credit.
So again, one of the ones that's come up is, am I expected to work in all my classes, including my electives? Yes, you're expected to work in all your classes, and again, this includes all of your electives as well. And again, as you're going to hear a number of times and have already heard, Monday, April 27th. Everybody should be plugged in, not only you as seniors, but also underclassmen as well. So again, Monday, April 27th is when that work will begin. Mr. Ronngren.
A really important question here. Can we reschedule things like our prom, senior brunch, senior camp out, and of course graduation sometime during the summer? So again, we're looking at all possibilities and options at this time, and we will be contacting our students and our families and our staff, and collectively coming up with an outstanding option. Given the circumstances, we do need to make sure we're maintaining and following through with state and federal mandates regarding social distancing and the ability to group together. We will continue to have conversations this spring and make sure we get a plan out to everybody in a timely fashion.
Well, a question many seniors, almost all seniors, want to know is, when's the last day of school for me? Well, graduation is still planned for Wednesday, June 17th, and at this time that is still the seniors' last day of school.
So one of the questions that's come up is, I won't be able to meet the 26 credit requirement to earn my diploma. Is there any option for me to earn a diploma with less than 26? And this is a school board policy. It's noted in our notes here, 2410 allows for a waiver of up to 2 flexible credits due to extenuating circumstances. COVID-19 would be an extenuating circumstance. We, along with your counselors, work with your seniors who are in this situation and identify options resulting in that graduation.
Next question. Due to this global crisis and unusual circumstance, will the state put emergency rules in effect so as to not negatively impact seniors? Timely question. Currently, our legislators have granted the State Board of Ed authority to administer an emergency waiver program that provides flexibility to ensure that our seniors who are on track to graduate on or before February 29th, which was the declaration and closure date, that we will not negatively impact your ability to graduate. Again, as Mr. Titus said, we'll work with you and your family and your counselors to make sure we're doing everything possible we can to make sure you're graduating come June 17th.
For those seniors that are in Running Start, have asked, can I enroll in Running Start spring quarter to earn credits towards my diploma? The answer is yes, and most seniors participating in Running Start spring quarter have already started their online classes. You should connect with your counselor if you have any questions about it.
Testing question, will I be able to take the advanced placement exam in May? Yes, test's been shifted to an online 45-minute free response test covering material that was taught all the way up through March. There are 2 dates to test. Email your AP instructor, your AP teacher, if you have any questions regarding AP exam. Mr. Ronngren.
Along the AP lines, how do I continue to prepare for my AP exam? First off, I would encourage you to stay connected and work with your AP instructors. Your teachers have the best guidance and information available to prepare you. And in addition to that, the College Board has created live AP review sessions delivered by the AP teachers throughout the country, across the country. Please contact your teacher again if you have any specific questions on this.
And one more question about AP testing. Some students have asked if they can cancel their AP test and get a refund, and the answer is yes. If you've already registered, you can cancel. You'll want to get in touch with Jamie Woodards in the counseling office, so send her an email or give her a call, and she can help you.
Question along the lines of yearbooks, and it says, will we receive our yearbooks this year? And Mr. Thompson and his yearbook crew continue working on getting that published. He's in contact with our publisher, and they plan to have yearbooks completed and available for distribution at the end of the year. As to how that plan looks, that's a little bit up in the air, and we will make sure all information gets out as far as you being able to get your yearbook.
What is the plan for grad night? Is it delayed, postponed, canceled, etc.? And if it's canceled, are there refunds? Well, we are in contact with our PTSA grad night committee, and we'll be in conversations with them going forward regarding the possibility of either delaying or canceling this. And they're also talking with the vendor to see what opportunities they have to have something in the future, a celebration. So again, we'll get more information on that and get this back to you and your family so you can make some decisions based upon the information available to us.
And how about finals week? We are going to have finals week still. Of course, it's going to look a little bit different than usual since we're all online. We're going to work with your teachers, and we'll come up with a final schedule that we'll get out to you as soon as it's ready. Again, it will look different, and stay tuned for updates on what it'll look like.
Question regarding state testing is, the question is state testing canceled? All state testing has been canceled. It was pretty quick. Mr. Ronngren.
State testing's canceled.
Canceled, done.
All right, good to know. Will students be refunded for spring activities? And I'm glad Mr. Titus is here. I'm going to say seniors and their families will have the opportunity to have activity fees refunded to them. As to how that's going to take place, we don't know exactly for sure, but I'm sure Mr. Titus and Ms. South will get a system in place to make that happen.
Correct, we will.
Nice.
Number 29, I think the There's lots of questions from you. So this question's about community service hours. So you have likely heard that the senior culminating presentation requirement has been canceled. Community service hours along with that question, along with community, community service has also been canceled. But if you have already done lots of community service, that's an important piece of information to put on your resume and your college applications. But if you didn't quite have enough finished yet, you don't need to worry about it.
So along with kind of the end of the year things, a good question came up. Are we expected to check out? And how does that take place? How are we going to get all those things taken care of and turned in and signatures and those things? And like a lot of these things, the question is awesome. We don't quite necessarily have a full-blown schedule in place for that. And again, when we work through that piece of turning those things in and getting signatures, we will definitely communicate that out about what that process will look like.
Next question, do we get to do our senior video this year? And the answer to that is yes. I'm aware that Mr. Thompson and his senior video crew have been busy and hard at work with seniors creating this production via Zoom meetings. If you have any questions with senior videos, I know that he and his students have reached out to all of you and they're trying to schedule times to make this happen. But if you have any questions, shoot Mr. Thompson an email and he will certainly clarify this for you.
How about graduation pictures? Some of you have asked, will we have the opportunity to have our pictures taken in our caps and gowns for graduation? And the answer is yes. We don't have a specific plan because, as Mr. Ronngren said, we're thinking through lots of different possibilities for that. But we will come up with a plan, and you will be able to have your pictures taken with your family and by the bell in the plaza. So stay tuned for more information.
So if I'm going to get my picture taken in my cap and gown, how am I going to get that? So the question is, how and when are we getting graduation announcements ordered through Herff Jones? Is there a plan in place for a ceremony? And again, we're in contact with Herff Jones about how that's going to look, and that's again an internal plan that's in development, and we will roll that out once we have some more concrete answers for you.
Next question, when will things start to be graded? Great question. If teachers are planning on grading things that are assigned before the deadline for things being graded, how will all this be managed? I think I understand here. As mentioned earlier, teachers will start to grade assignments, quizzes, and assessments as of Monday, starting Monday, April 27th. It's very important, again, that you sort of change the way you've been doing business, and come April 27th, you really find another gear, another higher level of engagement, and that you're really reaching out to your classmates and your teachers, because it will make a difference for you earning credits for second semester. Good question.
This is the last question. One of your classmates asked, if you had to choose, would you take a bath in chocolate pudding or vanilla pudding? I think we're going to each answer individually and give you some final closing comments. I would choose vanilla, but if I really had a third choice, it would be lemon. So I'm choosing lemon, and final words would be, have you ever heard that phrase, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? So this is certainly one of those times in life where we have all been given lots of lemons, and if you can find a way to make lemonade out of and find the silver lining or the positive benefits in some way from what's been going on these days, you'll be better for it. So good luck and take care of yourself.
See, I think I'm supposed to answer that question, but I'd probably do the swirl. I'd do the swirl if I could. I think that's kind of a blended approach, and as we are all moving through this, it's requiring a blended approach for all of us, myself included, and Mr. Ronngren and Mrs. Fox. It's a tough go right now. We are with you and want to support you, and please ask questions, and please get your classmates involved into this so that we can finish the year strong.
Blended swirl.
Swirl.
If I had to make a choice and answer your question, whoever submitted this, I would say chocolate over vanilla, hands down. Can't go wrong taking a bath in chocolate pudding. As Ms. Fox and Mr. Titus said, we are in this together with you. We have a couple months to go, and we will make sure that we make it through together. Again, we've tried to answer your questions. If you have more questions, and there's actually some questions coming up in the chat that we will answer, I just want you all to know that, yes, this is not fair. No one ever would have dreamed a situation like this would come up. You're a class that has been through some very challenging times over the last couple of years with school construction and being displaced. And every time you've had a hurdle thrown in front of you, you guys have overcome it. You've gotten over that hurdle. And without a doubt, I know that this class is going to overcome this challenge as well, and we will come up with a graduation ceremony come June 17th that'll be one to remember for your lifetime. So you'll be stronger because of this, you'll be more resilient because of this, and you'll be a more caring human being because of this. And that's something I truly believe in. So we look forward to seeing you soon, whether it's virtual or otherwise, but we will continue to work on our end, so please continue to work on your end. And we will do a quick scan of some chat comments that are coming in. I think we've answered most, but let's just look at them real quick. Mr. Titus, you see anything that we haven't spoke to yet?
I think all of them have been, answered in some form or another.
Again, yeah, I think we've addressed most that have been
Yeah.
posted, but again, if we didn't answer something, email us, and we anticipate and envision having another opportunity to get in front of the senior class, if not in April, sometime in May, and we will update you on developments. Again, stay strong. We're in it together. We believe in you and your family. You guys will make it through these challenging times, and we'll be Seahawks. Have a great day. Go Hawks.
Virtual high five, good work.